There are certain moments in a D&D table in which everybody is on board and we're able to reach a certain flow state, where we're collectively telling an extraordinary story. If you have experienced sessions like that, you know how memorable they become. When they happen, every piece of the session seems to have a perfect fit, from great role-playing to exciting dialogues to epic storytelling. Once you've experienced sessions like that, you get kind of addicted. You know they are special, but you want them to happen more and more often. That made me think hard on what I could do to create the best possible environment for role-playing and storytelling in my game table. One thing that I learned was to pay much attention at the start of my adventures. I think that the first impression of an adventure sets the starting energy of a game. If we start on a low, it's so hard to raise it throughout the session. But if you start on a high, it's so much easier to keep it up, and it sets the ground for those special flow moments. That's why it's so important for me to carefully craft a great adventure hook. After all, it sets the first impression of your game session, and I learned to do that playing casual game sessions. For instance, some time ago, a group of 4 friends came to visit me. The plan was to play a one-off D&D session in the afternoon and have drinks at night. We wouldn't have much time, so I pitched one of those plots that I think while I'm taking a shower. An old noble seemed to have been framed by a rival and taken into prison for a crime he didn't commit. He used to be a war veteran and a skilled swordsmaster. The quest, as you imagine, was proving his innocence. Everyone was comfortable with that plot, so I asked them to create characters around it, and they did. One of them would be the noble's young daughter, another would be one of his old friends, and a third, one of his disciples. The last character would be an investigator who used to be a war veteran, just like the nobleman, and who believed in his innocence. This kind of setup looked like a small detail to me at first glance, but then I started to always work together with my players to tie in their character's backstory and my plots. I learned that the best adventure hooks are the ones that actually matter for the characters. It doesn't matter if it's a casual one-off or the beginning of an epic campaign. I learned to always make my adventures about the player characters. I understood that making sure the characters are absolutely connected with the story from its beginning is one of the most important things I could do to engage my players and start sessions with a high energy. And many times, that's what you need to set apart a great session from a lousy one.